हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू ऑफिसर अड्डा 24/7। आप सभी लोगों का a very good evening to all of you, right? So today I'm Suprabha and I'm your ABM mentor. So today we are going to have some question from the development of HR, right? See, this module actually ABM is divided into the four parts, right? First of all, that is module A, B and C and D. So module B is the HRM module, and if I'm talking about the importance part of the module B, then definitely this is a very important chapter, right? This is very important chapter. Right? So today we are going to have some question from the module B, right? From the exam point of view, this module, right, that is module B, is very important. If I'm talking about the exam point of view, then definitely this module, right, module so B. Today we are going to have some question from the module B, right, from the right. So first of all, we will take first question, right? I'm going to take all the question from the development of HR, right? The first question is from the ego state. First question is, that is, ego state can be divided into the three part, that is child, parent and adult. Which one of these balance between the need of the other two, right? See, in the transaction analysis, we are talking about the transaction of what? That is transaction of communication, right? Transaction of communication, that is, and this is given by the Eric Berne, right? Eric Berne has given this, that is transaction of communication, right? Now what is the transaction of communication actually is? See, transaction of communication is, that is called the transaction analysis, and Eric Berne has suggested that there are three type of ego state. When you are talking to someone, when you are talking to other person, then your mental state, then your ego state, right, that will be on the other side. Maybe you are behaving like a parent, maybe you are behaving like a child, maybe you are behaving like a adult, right? So in adult we have the two parts, that is nurturing parent, right, and the other one is critical parent. Critical is who always criticize you. Okay? So in parent ego state, you have the two type of parent, nurturing and critical. Child ego state basically tells you about your impulsive behavior, right? That is your impulsive behavior shows. And adult ego stage is your logical behavior. Okay? That is all about your logical behavior. So when we are talking about that which ego state, right, balance the other two, is it child, is it parent, or is it adult? Tell me which what is the right answer. See, adult ego stage is completely logical state it is, okay? But parent and child, parent ego state somehow reflecting your behavior from your parents, and child ego state somehow reflecting your behavior from your childhood. But adult ego state, that shows your behavior, that how logically correct you are. Fine. So what is this term is called? This is adult ego state, because adult ego state, it balance between the parent and child. Now the next question is, transaction analysis is related to what? Learning, attitude, perception and personality. See, transaction analysis is given by whom? That is given by the, right? So that is given by the Eric Byrne, right? And what he has suggested? He has suggested that, right? He has suggested that the transaction analysis is related to what? That is learning, that is attitude, that is perception or personality. See, in transaction analysis, Eric Byrne, he has suggested that when we are talking to someone, maybe sometime our personality is reflected as a adult, ठीक है? Sometime our personality is reflected as a parent, ठीक है? And sometime our personality is reflected as a child also. So when we are talking about the transaction analysis given by the Eric Byrne, that is the related to personality. Third is arrange the 5-step procedure of bars. ठीक है? Bars is what? That is your performance appraisal method it is. ठीक है? So this is your performance appraisal method. Now in bars, first of all, please remember the what is the full form of bars. ठीक है? The full form of bars is, that is behavioral anchored rating scale. Fine. So when we are talking about the 5-step procedure, ठीक है? The 5-step procedure is identify the performance dimension, collect the critical incident, then rate the incident and reclassify the incident, then develop the final instrument. So which one is the right answer? Please tell me. Which one is the right answer? When we are talking about, right, when we are talking about the bars state, then what is the right sequence of the step? What is the right sequence? Please tell me. Right? See, when we are talking about the bars, there are 5 things. Identify the performance dimension, collect the critical incident, ठीक है? Then rate the incident, reclassify the incident and develop the final instrument. ठीक है? First of all, what is the first step? First of all, you have to collect the critical incident. That means this one is wrong. Fine. Now tell me what is the right answer. This is very important topic from your exam point of view, right? So in bars, what we do usually, we have to collect the critical incident first of all. Okay, that is the first step. Then we have to identify the performance dimension. Okay, then we have to reclassify the incident. Okay, that is the D. Then C is what? Then you have to rate the incident and finally in bars you have to develop the instrument. So accordingly, when you develop the instrument, okay, then accordingly you have to, okay, that is BADCE, bars, 5-step process, right? So first of all, you have to collect all the critical incident. Critical incident is what? Critical incident is basically when we are talking about critical incident is what? When we are talking about the emergency situation like critical incident. Okay, so that is called what? That is basically, right? So C is the right answer. Okay, first of all, you have to collect the incident, then identify the performance dimension, right? What is the performance dimension is? Then you have to reclassify the incident. Okay, then you have to rate the incident and last में you have to develop the final instrument. So here you have to develop like this. Okay, 5 step you have to develop, that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So it is like that when one employee is waving like this is a performance dimension. He will be getting 1 out of 5 rating. If the employee is waving like this, he will be getting 2 out of 5 rating. If the employee waving like this, he will be getting the 3 out of 5 rating. If this employee waving like this, he will be getting 4 out of 5 rating. If this employee waving like this, he will be getting the 5 rating. Okay, so basically in the last the performance dimension you have to prepare. Okay, understood, right? Now moving to the next question is, that is the fourth one is, again this is a repetitive. Which group development stage find member being more tolerant of each other and accepting of the diverse perspective and personality that each member bring to the group? See, there are 5 stages of group dynamic, group development. ठीक है, group development stages, there are 5 stages. This is called F, S, N, P, A. ठीक है, F is what? That is forming. ठीक है, then storming, this is the second stage. Then norming, third stage, right? Then performing, and then adjourning, right? So when we are talking about the group development stage, these are the 5 stages of group development. First of all, you have to prepare the group. Okay, you have to form the group, right? That is called the forming. Just knowing each other, okay, just having the introduction of each other, this stage is called forming. Then the next is, that is storming. Storming is what? See, storming is basically when you have the conflict with each other. Storming is what? When you have the conflict with each other. Okay, norming is what? When you start respected each other. Okay, that is called respect. Performing is what? When you are valuing, when you are respecting each other, that means now you are ready to perform. As a group, you are ready to perform. See, in a group now, you have to, right, you have to manage in a group. You have to work as a team. Individually, definitely anyone can do the task, but as a group, you have to maintain the relationship also. So in the norming, you have to respect each other values. Okay, right? And what is the performing? You are ready, now you are respecting each other, that means now you are ready to perform. Okay, and finally after the performing, then your group will be adjourned. Okay, then your group will be adjourned. Okay, so which group development stage find member being more tolerant, okay, to each other and accepting of the diverse perspective and personality that each group bring to the group. Okay, this is called the norming. Norming is the right answer. Dilip ji, performing, see, I am not talking about the performing part. So for the 5th question, D cannot be the answer. The right answer is C here, right? Because what we are talking about that member being more tolerant, okay, and accepting of the diverse personality, okay, diverse perspective. So we are talking about the norming here, not the, okay, understood? We are not talking about the storming or not, we are not talking about the forming or performing. We are talking about the norming here. Okay, so right answer is what? That is norming. Next is, during which stage of team development or group development member may find that their initial expectation of the team are far different than the reality of trying to accomplish something together. Okay, we have the 5 stages F, S, N, P, E, right? Forming is what? That is just introduction of each other. Okay, introduction part, right? Storming is what? That is when your initial expectation will not be met. ठीक है, your personality is different, so basically conflict happen. ठीक है, norming is what, when you are started respect to each other. ठीक है, performing is what, when you are started perform. ठीक है, and adjourn is what, when you will be separate your ways with each other. ठीक है, so here we are talking about during this stage of team development, member may find that their initial expectation of the team are far different than the realities of trying to accomplish something together. ठीक है, so we are talking about the conflict part, that means we are talking about the storming part. Now what is the emotional intelligence is characterized by. ठीक है, what is the emotional intelligence? See, when we are talking about the emotional intelligence, na, that means what is the emotional intelligence is? ठीक है, the emotional intelligence is basically when you start, ठीक है, when you are trying to understand other person's emotion, and when you are trying to understand your emotion also. ठीक है, EI is what, that is emotional intelligence is what, emotional intelligence is basically when you are trying to understand other person emotion. ठीक है, we have total 5, even in the ABFM also there is a topic of EI. EI is what, to understand other person's emotion. ठीक है, to understand other person's mood basically. ठीक है, whether he is in a good mood or not, or what is the there are 5 component of EI. ठीक है, so what is EI is characterized by the option 1 is proficient in the problem solving, B is better interpersonal relationship, C is high abstract thinking ability, and that D is good sense of humor. ठीक है, when we are talking about EI, so this is characterized by what, efficient in the problem solving, better interpersonal relationship, high abstract thinking ability, or the good sense of humor. Of course D is not the answer. Now tell me what is the right answer. ठीक है, problem solving there is no relation of EI. EI is what basically, that is to understand other person's emotion, that is called the emotional intelligence. ठीक है, so we are talking about the interpersonal relationship. See, if EI would be better now, if they are when two person are talking to each other, ठीक है, and if their EI is better, that means what happens here is, if their EI is better, that means somehow those person having the good interpersonal relationship, right? Because I am understanding that person and that person is also understanding me, right? So EI is basically what, if EI is better, that means, ठीक है, that means you are having the good interpersonal skills, that is. Now the next question is, EI is what? Option 1 is, right, what is EI? What is the meaning of EI basically? That is being smart about emotional situation, never getting angry, and the C is the ability to understand, manage and use your emotion. ठीक है, so what is EI is, first option is being smart about emotional situation, B is never getting angry, the ability to understand, manage and use our emotion, and D is none of the above. See, here the right answer is, that is C, the ability to understand, manage and use our emotion. Okay, now which one is not the component of the EI? This question is asked in June exam. Okay, that is self awareness, self regulation, self motivation. Fourth one is empathy, right? And the fifth one is self motivation. So these are the 5 components. Now tell me which one is not the component. There are 5 components of EI. Tell me which one is not the component of EI. See, first of all, what is a self-awareness? Self-awareness is basically, it tells you about how, okay, self-awareness is tells you about, that is how you are, okay, that is basically, okay, that is basically how you are aware about yourself, okay. That maybe someday we are in not in a good mood, someday we are not in a right, someday we are not, someday we are very angry. So self awareness, it is know about yourself. Regulation is what? To control your emotion, right? Motivation is what? That is to self motivate you. Here the social skill is the fifth one, social skills. Okay. Empathy is what? To make up other person's mood. If in your branch there is a person who is in very uh, bad phase he is going on, so that is empathy is what? That is to change someone's mood, to make up someone's mood. And social skill is what? That is how much rapport you have with your colleague, with your friends. Okay. So we have completed some question from here. Now, if you want to purchase the Adda batch, first of all, please subscribe this channel, right? And the English medium batch, right? English medium batch, we are going to start very soon. Fine. So please, first of all, okay, first of all, just type Adda 24/7. 1 second. Please type Adda 24/7. Right, and in Adda 24/7, then we have the category of GIB and CIB. See, here we are having the category of GIB and CIB. This is the category of GIB and CIB, right? So this is the GIB Mahapack and CIB Mahapack. So the new batch we are going to start very soon. We have the scholar batch for the English medium. We have the Nishchay batch, Shapat batch for the, right? So this is the resolution batch BFM, right? And this is the resolution batch of, okay. So here what you have to type, you have to type, that is buy now, fine, and Y666, this code you can apply, and the price is 80%, okay. So 80% discount you are getting here by using the Adda application, okay. Adda application you can use here, and by using the Adda application you can get 80% discount, and you have to select by the, okay. So this is the, right, this is the coupon code, this is Y666. So 80% discount you can get from here, right? Chaliye, take care and bye bye. Thank you, bye bye, take care. Thank you for watching.